Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are well. I want to talk to you today about reducing drama and how that is really the only action that you need to take when you're on having the twin flame experience especially, but this just pretty much goes for everyone. So drama is the same thing as the mind, is separation, is mental activity and emotional activity that have nothing to do with your actual reality. So I will explain what that means in a minute. And drama is ego. So when we're choosing to be selfish, then that on the TF journey is what separates you from the twin, because you are actually looking. Well, during your bubble love phase, it's like you both are looking at each other. That's about a 6-week period in the beginning. As the sort of selfishness builds, it's polarity, but as selfishness builds, the other twin goes like this. So that then you start looking at them like this. So there's separation. Let me see if I can do this properly. Okay, so this is you looking at them. There's a space between you because you see you're focused on them. They are in equal proportion addicted or obsessed with someone or something else. So they can't look at you. You're the only thing they can't be obsessed with and addicted to. But they're solely, just them will be the only thing that you will be addicted or obsessed with. So once you stop that, you go like this, they go like this, because you're the same consciousness. And then that collapses the space and time. So obviously that's what the space is, but the space-time continuum is a lower threshold than consciousness, which is a higher perspective. So consciousness, just pure consciousness in the here and now, is the 5th dimension, but the time-space continuum is the 4th dimension. So when you align with consciousness, which is the real you, which is also the consciousness supposedly in the twin flame, we don't really have a way of proving that yet scientifically, but 50 years from now, probably we will. And even if it's not true, this will still fix your problem. So you don't have to worry about the logistics or the proof, the proof of this in like mathematics and physics, because it's still going to get you where you want to be. So that's the beauty of this. So drama is the thing that is keeping you focused on them. Okay, it's looking at yourself as if you're a separate entity. And when you stop doing that, you align. So it's really quite simple, but it's not necessarily easy because you've been conditioned to do the opposite. You've been conditioned based on your life experiences, your society, to believe that you are a separate entity and that you have to protect that self through engaging in drama. So what does drama look like? Drama is all the mental noise. It's all the emotions. It's actually believing in the thoughts and the emotions rather than just letting them pass through and being like Teflon, like a nonstick pan. That's what you become the more you align in the present moment with consciousness. You become nonstick because you're so detached. You also become more in love with you, right? So Abby is an illusion. Abby's just the mind. Abby is just an ego identity, but the more aligned in consciousness I am, the more I can view Abby as just this sort of cute, quirky entity, right? It's not real. And the same thing with the body. You become way more detached from the body, but the irony of this is that you become more in love with your body and your past self. Like you can see the evolution. I can see the evolution of Abby, and because I'm not identified with Abby anymore, she is my favorite person. And it's funny because you become way more in love with yourself by doing this, just by practicing presence and choosing to not engage in drama, seeing it for the illusion that it is. So when you do that, you become the person that you used to project onto the twin. So the twin used to be like the best person in the whole world to you, and to the mind, they are perfection. But it just becomes like you take that focus off of them and it's now on this, because both are an illusion anyway. But this is the one you're having the experience of. You're not having the experience in anybody else's physical body or anybody else's physical body. So physical world experience is what creates our beliefs, and beliefs are what create our personality. And it's just like you become so happy, just so happy and peaceful and content and at rest. And here's the thing. So this is what people don't really get. Your emotional state is constantly magnetizing your physical experiences. So your thoughts themselves are just neutral. They don't do anything. A thought is just a neutral thought. It's just an electrical impulse. It's just like any other part of your body that has to do its processes. Like your heart just beats. You're not paying attention to that. And you're not identifying with every heartbeat, but we're just taught to identify with every thought that comes in as valid, but it's not. It's just the way the brain is processing, So the thought itself is whatever. It's just a thought. But the thing that gives it momentum is the emotion, and specifically the emotion that is elicited once we decide whether a thought is good or bad. So how does that happen? A thought passes through a belief. The belief is what tells the body good or bad. Both are fake. There is no good or bad. That's just a judgment, which is what a belief does. So most people don't have a lot of judgment about the thought, the sky is blue. You don't really think that's a good thing or that's a bad thing necessarily. It just is. So you wouldn't have any emotion about that, except if you were feeling nothing. If you were just aligned, you'd be like, it is what it is, and that's beautiful. It would be slightly positive, because that's what alignment does. Everything goes towards the positive anyway. But if I say something like, you're never going to see your twin flame again, or you'll never be in physical union with your twin, that's going to elicit a way more emotional response than the sky is blue, because you have very strong beliefs surrounding that, right? So the belief itself causes a judgment. The judgment causes a feeling. The feeling, the emotion, the feeling in the body, inside the body, in here, that is what is creating all of the matter and the experiences. So feelings matter, literally. Feelings create matter. So that's drama. The feelings, the pain-pleasure spectrum, the pain-pleasure is just a stick called sensation we can choose to pick up, and we can drop it at any time. And that when we drop it, we're dropping the drama, and we're just consciousness, we're just aligning, right? But we don't know we've picked it up sometimes. Most people go through their whole lives not realizing they're holding it the whole time. And you don't really have that option anymore. If you've had a twin flame experience, now you know pretty severely, because every single time you're holding the pain pleasure stick, sensation stick, your twin flame comes into your thoughts, and it's a perfect indicator for that. It's perfect. It's actually a perfect system to keep you in alignment. It's brilliant. It's the way things are. Abby thinks it's brilliant. So drama, the way we choose drama is we say I would prefer to feel sensation over not feeling sensation. And I see this, you can see it everywhere you go, like all over. People they instead of just sitting in quiet, they would rather watch TV or listen to music or read a book or do something instead of just taking a walk in nature or, doing things that are healthy for the body and are detoxing for the body, like literally just getting things out, like taking a bath, meditating, just sitting, yoga, exercising. Instead of doing just gentle, calm, peaceful things, and also, helping out others when you can. If you can, then you can, so you do. If you can't, you can't, so you don't. And taking care of the self is selfless when you get to this point. It's like, I'll take care of the body. I'll eat nutritious foods and make sure the physical body is well. And it all comes down to really the physical needs in the end, because we talk about mental health, but mental illness is caused by imbalances in the body. It's just caused by what is stress? Stress is when the body isn't physically well. And then the mind starts going into overdrive because it's like trying to fix that problem. But we're refusing to eat well. Instead, we're eating poorly, or we're feeding addictions, which is a drama. So addiction itself is a drama. And the irony here is when you're like this, looking at your twin, the drama here is you're obsessed with them, which is ridiculous. Like, it's actually ludicrous. It's so ludicrous. And they're addicted to something else, right? And you actually have the power to fix this for both of you, just because you're the conscious twin. You're the one who's aware, simply because you have that fail-safe system now. They become the obsession. You have a direct indicator as to when you're out of alignment. You start obsessing over the twin, and that can even lead to physical pain, but that's like after you've ignored it for way too long. So you have the advantage in this situation of the two of you. It's really, there's no you're the same entity, you're the same consciousness, right? So the physical two bodies are just an illusion, a very convincing illusion, but so is physical reality. It's a very convincing illusion of what's going on in here, but it's all here. So they seem like another thing, but then just not another thing. You have full consciousness. And if you're watching this and you're in the twin flame experience, so you're, obsessed over a twin, you have the consciousness, right? You have the wherewithal to be able to neutralize for the both of you. And if you get sucked into that whole thing of like, oh, but they did this to me and blah, 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 there's all this drama, and that's you keeping the separation. I hope you can see based on like what my hands are doing. So you're perpetuating separation, and there's a simple reason for that as well, and it's just fear. The mind perpetuates separation in order to stay in control because it thinks it can keep you safe in this video game we call reality by keeping the twin away. Why? The twin is the most unpredictable physical world experience you can have. There's no boxing it in. There's no parameters around that interaction. There's nothing. You can't put any definition on it because it is the utmost experience you can have of alignment. And alignment is to live in the unknown. The present moment is the unknown. You don't know what will happen because the future is an illusion as well. You're the creator. You're creating your future, but the future is just a series of nows, right? So the twin cannot be predicted. So that's why the mind perpetuates this obsession, because it's a fail-safe. It's like a defense. Like it knows that that will keep separation. If the mind is rendered useless, which it is in the present, the mind is very powerless. It has very little power, actually. We just give it power by choosing the drama unknowingly, and that's fine too. And just presence over and over, just it increases our ability to wake up and be like, oh, I'm choosing drama. I'm going to put my phone down. I'm going to get off social media. I'm not going to get involved in somebody else's life. I have everything I need, actually. I have my air, my water, my sleep, food, shelter. I have connection with others and nature. I have an ability to express myself. I'm all good. And you don't actually need, you don't need the physical form of anything really, but the physical form of the twin, you don't need that ever, because alignment is here, union is here. That's just something that will occur in the physical experience. You will collapse the time and space between them. So the physical space means that they'll literally be in your physical experience more, but the time means that time won't matter. So you'll stop worrying about what happened in the past, and you'll stop worrying about what will happen in the future, because you'll be like, oh, they're illusionary. I'm drinking my bulletproof decaf coffee. I love it. So the drama itself is the thing that perpetuates separation, but you don't have to do anything. It's just know that you are consciousness, you are love, you are union, you are a soul, you are consciousness, you are source, you are present, you are here and now. You are serenity, peace, happiness, contentment, grace, calm waters. You are that calm water at the bottom of the ocean, at the ocean floor. So the waves up top are the mind drama, but that's just a choice, and you can just just relax and go right back down to the sea floor. And that's all here. And the more you feel that inner calm and peace and real still waters, the more your outer reality reflects that. And it doesn't take time or for you to traverse space with action. Okay, you don't have to do a bunch of stuff and you don't have to wait. It's just a matter of choice, choosing to see yourself for what you really are and live there in the now more and more and more. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It's just consistency. That's really what it is. It's consistency. And then separation is drama, is mind, is all of those really bad feelings, but also all of those really excited feelings. So anticipation, butterflies in the stomach. And do you see why your actual physical union with the twin is very calm? Because it doesn't include, you don't have that when you're holding the pain-pleasure baton. When you hold the sensation baton and you interact with your twin, it can happen, especially in the beginning, but before not too long, we're going to jet, because that baton is like the baton between you, right? That's this here, it's between you. And that's also the thing that makes them jet and go obsessed and become addicted to something or someone else. So it's so simple. It's just that we get caught up in the drama. So just remember, it's just consistency, proving it to yourself. And please don't take my word for this. Put it into practice, because this is only something you can prove to you. You have to prove it to you through action, which is choice. It's choosing, am I going to get sucked into this bad feeling in this moment? Am I going to allow myself to get sucked into the drama, or am I going to recognize that this is part of the illusion? It's all just fear, and if you can live in like an uncomfortable place, if you can sit with discomfort, you're golden. Because to live in the present and live in the unknown is to live in the face of fear, and it is often to embrace pain, go through it, and realize it never existed to begin with. Like, the only way out of the tunnel of fear is through it. And often it's like through the illusion of pain. And the more you prove this to yourself, the more and more you can see through the illusion. You become unplugged. You become awake. You're awakened, right? And it really lightens your load. So you become enlightened, but it's not like a trajectory. This isn't a timeline you follow. It's just now. You can be doing it now. Maybe you are doing it now. Let's do it now together, now. And that's it. I tell you, you won't need the physical form of anything. And the beauty of this, I'm probably going to do another video on this like theme, but the beauty of this is that when you can detach from form in that fashion, you become a master manifester. So people who have the twin flame experience, a side benefit of that, like the side benefits of that ascension is, number one, the physical form of the twin flame. Just naturally, it's just like physics, but you don't need them anymore. So that's the irony. That's the paradox, is that you don't particularly have a preference as to whether they are next to you or not. You know, that's what union, physical union would be, is them in close proximity, right? But it won't matter. But the other thing is that you become a master manifester because you're so detached from the outcome of your feelings. You are all of the things that you used to want. So you only want something because you believe you will feel a specific way when you have it. And it's like it all becomes clear to you. No. I can just feel that way now without the thing. I don't actually need the money to feel a sense of safety and security and abundance. I am abundance. And you don't need safety and security because there's nothing to fear, because you are source. You are everything. I am abundance. I am prosperity. I am wealth. I am all things. And so that makes things just fly into your experience. Like it comes because you're not resisting anything, right? Resistance is fear, is separation, is ego, is mind, is drama. That's all the same thing. But consciousness is alignment, is union, is all the things that you want. So and this is the perfect formula for purposeful, like intentional manifestation, because this is how you get things this is how to manifest. You just sort of lightly desire something without any expectation of receiving it, and it will just come to you like so fast. So fast. And this is how, if this is your attitude when you think of something, if you're just like, it would be so nice to try that, or wouldn't it be fun if this happened, and it's not affecting your inner sense of wholeness. You are whole, complete, and indestructible. I am whole, complete. I am a complete soul consciousness. I need nothing. I am eternal. I am boundless. And therefore, I already am the thing that I'm thinking of, right? And when you do this and you're just like, that would be fun. But then it's over, and you have your little pleasant fantasy of whatever it is that you think of. You just have it. You can write about it as if it's already in existence. I used to teach my clients that all the time, but I just try to focus on twin flame coaching now rather than like energetic coaching and blah blah. But yeah, I mean, that's a great technique for manifestation. You just write a story, like a fun story about it, as if you're already living it, and it'll come to you like that. And it's just the reason I don't teach that anymore is because people used to conflate that with the twin flame journey. So you should never do those types of exercises with the twin flame in mind. That's literally perpetuating separation. That's stating, I am separate from my twin universe. Keep me separate from my twin. Don't ever do that. Just a little caveat there. But when you have that little fantasy, and then you just let it go, you move on, you literally move on and forget it entirely, it will come to you so fast. I'm talking about, I've had manifestations, large manifestations. Well, I say large, but things that look large from the outside, but they don't feel large to me anymore, in hours. But that's for a different day. So that is just a fringe benefit of this, but this is the real benefit. The benefit is the feeling of love. It's just, it could be all the time. The peace, the calm, the serenity. And that's when you're actually in physical union with the twin. It's like you're not two separate things looking at each other. That is a very selfish dynamic. Let's say you're having a regular, good old-fashioned soulmate relationship. When you look at a person, what you're really doing is you're seeing yourself reflected in their eyes, right? Like that's what you're really in love with, is the reflection of yourself in their eyes. And a good soulmate relationship is polarized. So one of you takes on the feminine pole and one takes on the masculine pole, which really just means it has nothing to do with gender. It's just one person is the receptive pole and the other one is the providing pole, right? It's like one is the giving, and it's like you form a little thing like this. It's essentially mimicking twin flames, but in any case, but you're always looking at each other in this relationship. You're never perfectly aligned, looking together out at the world. Like this is maybe two twin flames, I guess, in alignment. Like, and you can do this, and you don't need the physical form there. Please don't ever think that. But like you're looking out at the world aligned, right? So it's like there is no thought about the relationship. There is no relationship with the twin. This is above and beyond anything you can experience with anything else out there, because it's your same exact frequency. So that's why they come in and the duality, the polarities collapse, because you align here. You stop looking at it as a relationship. It's not that. Stop getting like mesmerized by the illusion of drama between you and the twin. Let all the drama go. It is and was always an illusion. It was just a reflection of stuff that was going on here and you just didn't know. So stop with the labeling of them. Stop with the accusations. Stop with the fear of what's going to happen if. Let it all go. None of it, that was all an illusion to begin with, okay? I hope this is making sense. Ooh, this video is like really long. It's just, it's a perfect relating experience with something outside of your body. That's all it is. It's perfectly reflective of how aligned you are with who you really are, or or the misalignment you're choosing. If you choose drama, you're choosing separation. If you choose alignment, you're choosing union. Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope this reaches some people that it sort of like reminds you of who you are, what's the truth. And I'm just reminding you of something you already know. That's it. You already know all this. You've always known it. You are eternal. You will always be. And you are the twin flame. You're literally the same damn thing. Stop looking at them as a separate entity. You're the same consciousness. Don't be fooled by the illusion of physical form. Don't be fooled by the illusion of mind. Okay? It's just love and service orientation, and this is where the concept of the mission comes in. Like, so I'll be honest with you, I don't know that much about twin flame community jargon because I don't and have never really delved deep into that. It always seemed like a bunch of bullshit, and that's actually why I didn't realize that's what I was experiencing for a couple of years, because I was just like, that's not for me. So that's okay, because I learned so very much on the journey. I learned so much, and it was fun. But I know that there is the mission thing about some concept of like once two twin flames are in union, then there's a mission, but really people take that and they twist it into something that it's not what it is. So the mind doesn't understand a mission unless that means some major big thing, a big project, like a lot of drama, like very dramatic, because that's what the mind is. But what I feel like the mission is, okay, it's so simple. It's just that when you have stopped with the drama, you're just of service more. You are love. So if you see someone struggling, you are love. You realize that you're the same thing as everyone else. Humans are all the same. At a higher dimensional level, we're all the same. And the people in your life, like your family and stuff, and your circle, they're in your soul family. So you're even closer to being the same, like you're the same as your twin in the 5th dimension. In the 6th dimension, you're like a soul packet. So that includes you, the consciousness that is behind the mind, the 2 minds, and the 2 physical bodies, like all of that. In the 7th dimension, you're the same as a bunch of people, your soul family. So if you said I, you would mean, if you said I am blah, 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 you would be talking about a group of people. You would consider I to be the whole group. In the 6th dimension, you would say I, and you would mean you and the physical form of your twin. So if like, this is how it would look like, although we can't understand this because the mind can't go above the 4th dimension. It can't understand anything beyond that. But if you said I, you would mean, if your twin flame went to the store, you would be like, I went to the store. But your physical body didn't go there, they went there. See how that's like, you can't quite get there because it can't get there. And that's fine. We're just not there from an evolutionary standpoint. I, in the 7th dimension, is a bunch of people. I, in the 8th dimension, that's Christ consciousness. So I is like all of humanity. If you said the word I am blah, 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 you would mean all of humanity. And then above that, I don't know, like probably I in like the 9th dimension is us and a bunch of extraterrestrials that we have not even, known about yet. Like obviously there's intelligent life outside of here. If you're watching this, I hope you, anyway. So anyway, like you just become more aligned with that. You might not be able to understand that here, but you can get to higher places here. This is the 5th dimension, so you have direct access to the higher dimensions through here, which means if you're living through here, heart space is the now, is presence, is union, is love. Okay, so if I'm walking along and I see someone stumble and I'm living through that space, I just help them. I don't think about it. I don't think, what if I have a gun? I don't think, what if, you know, oh, I stumbled, nobody helped me. Like, that's all mind bullshit. That's selfishness. That's separation. That's drama. If I see someone and they stumble, I would not even think about it. I would just go help them. Like, that's the mission. That's being of service. It's that the mind can't get in between you and the impulse of what love will do in any given moment, in the present moment. And love knows, like, if love sees someone with a gun, they're not going to go up to them and be like, let me help you, if it's going to hurt this, because this is the thing that this loves the most, right? But you don't have to think about this stuff in the past or in the future. It just aligns. Okay, so that's the mission, is like you and the twin are just facing the same direction. So think about it, like, if you are helping others, it's so much more powerful to have 2 of you to help others. One is, like, 2 is stronger than 1, and when you have 2 entities, there is a third, like a trinity created, because it's 1 and 1 and then a midpoint, right? It's like how they always say with soulmate relationships, like, there's 1 of you and 1 of you, and then there's the relationship as a third entity. But with with twin flames, you're actually the same consciousness, but there's still a trinity that is like expanding that when you're working in tandem. So you're going to be more effective of being of service, to just being of service, just being a good, like a human, not a good human, just a human. So I think that's where they get the mission from, but there's no defining the mission. You don't have to put a definition on that, a label, what it looks like. It could be anything. It could just be whatever it is. And you don't have to worry about it. There's no worrying. That's drama, separation, mind, blah, blah, blah. So that's my, that's my video. That's my long video today. I hope this clears up some stuff for some of you, gets you a little bit more here, present, in alignment, so you can just enjoy yourself and be happy and content. And I love you, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, so more people will be able to see it and benefit from it. And please subscribe to my channel so that you can see more videos like this. Thank you. Bye.